No one outwits the Grim Reaper. Death always seems to get its way. Even people we thought were indestructible eventually make their way into the obituary column. For some, 2016 was their year. My name is Tom Miller, a 2016 survivor and pastor of Central Assembly in Superior, Wisconsin. Fuel for the Fire Volume 670 is called The Clock of Life. It's an impressive list of people who began the year with hopes and plans, but somewhere along the line, each ran out of time. Somewhere during the course of the year, like the builder of bigger barns in Luke 12, their soul was required of them. Boxer Muhammad Ali was so fast he could turn the light off and be in bed before the room was dark. By June of 2016, he was down for the count. David Bowie and Prince were big-time rockers. By the end of the year, both had joined the Invisible Choir. Merle Haggard was an Okie from Muskogee. 2016 was his last roundup, too. Fidel Castro made up the rules for the nation of Cuba, but last November he got put to bed with a shovel. There were a host of other politicians who assumed room temperature in 2016. Janet Reno, Nancy Reagan, and Antonin Scalia. They had a lot of influence, but when death came calling, they had no choice but to answer. John Glenn was our first astronaut to orbit the Earth. 2016 was the year he explored the final frontier. Patty Duke was an actress who played Helen Keller as a little girl in 1962 and then came full circle by playing Helen's teacher, Anne Sullivan, in 1979. Fast forward to 2016 and the credits are rolling. The show is over. Florence Henderson as Mrs. Brady survived a blended family of 6, but she didn't survive the year. Arnold Palmer was a great golfer. This time, he didn't make it out of the bunker. Gene Wilder played the creator of Frankenstein, but 2016 was the year he had his bolts tightened. And Carrie Fisher, a Star Wars original, died just before the year ended. May the force be with you, Carrie. My dad would often quote a poem. The clock of life is wound but once, and no man has the power to tell just when the hands will stop, at late or early hour. To lose one's wealth is sad indeed. To lose one's health is more. To lose one's soul is such a loss that no one can restore. We may have made it through 2016, but some of us won't make it through 2017. It doesn't matter if you make the rules or you make beautiful music. The clock of life is wound but once, and no man has the power to tell just when the hands will stop, at late or early hour. Life can be a beautiful lie, but it can still be a lie. We cling to it as though it's all we have. Death, on the other hand, is a powerful reality. It's best to be prepared. It's best to be ready. 2017 could be your year. As Dad used to say, the clock of life is wound but once. That's the way I see it. And that's a little fuel for the fire. And remember, I love you guys.